In this video, we are gonna see the implementation of the subclassing with the new keyword. Okay, we already saw the implementation of subclassing, but we didn't see the implementation with the new keyword. We saw the implementation. We created the object linked is proto manually to the user functions and then access it, and that's all. We're gonna like see the same stuff, like see the same program. I'm gonna make the same program, but this time we are gonna make this with a new keyword, and we're gonna like it's just like converting them with a new keyword, because new keyword automates some of stuff for us, and we're gonna see how it's gonna like make that stuff for us. I'm gonna like comment out this line of code for now. Okay, let's create a function user creator. Okay, this user creator, the u of this user creator should be capital, because I'm gonna call this user creator with a new keyword. Okay, so whenever you call a function with a new keyword, its first letter should be capitalized. It's not, it won't give you any error if you like you use the small capital. If you use the like small letter for user u, for the u of the user, you won't get any error. But it's like understanding with the developers community, because when they see a function with the capital first letter, they're gonna understand it that this is called with the new keyword. Okay, so I'm gonna pass in two arguments, name and score, and the game is changed. I don't have to like create a new object, because that new object is automatically created automatically when it is called with the new keyword. Let's say let user1 is equal to user new user creator. I'm gonna call it with the new user creator. I'm gonna pass some values. I'm gonna pass in z, and I'm gonna pass in 4. So this new keyword would do some stuff automatically for us. So it is gonna instantiate on this keyword. So when I call this user creator with the new keyword, what it's gonna do is instantiate this keyword, which would create a big old empty object inside of that, if that makes sense. Okay, so if I call this with the new keyword, it would instantiate this keyword, which would create an other object which has a prototype, which would have like prototype, because which would like create an object. This would create an empty object which would have a prototype already attached to it, because all the objects in JavaScript have prototype assigned to them already. So let's see. So we don't want to like now create the new object. We're gonna put them into the object which is into the this object. Okay, so this name is equal to name, and this dot score to be score, and its proto linking would be like when let's say I want to attach some method to it. So let's say user creator dot prototype. I'm gonna attach a method, say name. This is gonna be a function. When it is inside of an object, it's called method. And when I say console log I am this dot name. Okay, so the thing is so this, the proto of this is linking to the prototype of this object. Okay, and we are adding methods to that prototype, which we are adding methods to this prototype object, which has a proto link and this keyword. So the game is like this keyword creates an empty object. We are putting properties into it, and its proto is linking to this prototype, user creator prototype, and inside of that we are adding some methods, and its proto is linking to this, so we can add some methods to it as well. And we don't have to now return this dot user some things. Okay, something like this, because a new keyword do one more thing for us. Is it does what is automatically returns the new object as well, which is created with this. We don't have to create the object, we don't have to manually set the protolink like object.create that we did over here in line 78. In line 78, okay, you see we link it to the user functions. We don't have to link it, we're automatically adding the methods to the prototype of this. So it's proto is automatically linked, it's creating an object, it's returning new object. So much stuff is automated with the new keyword. So let's try to access it to see if we got it right or not. So let's say user1 dot, I'm gonna like just increment the score, and then I'm gonna like print out, so see if all the stuff is like working or not. I'm gonna say, okay, I didn't add the increment method, I'm gonna add that as well, the prototype increment, and this would be a function which is gonna increase the score by 1. Okay, I'm gonna call this function over here, user1 dot increment, and let's see if our score gets increased or not. This score gets increased or not. We got it. Our program is working fine, and now we want to like do some stuff for our paid user, which would have this functionality, have access to this functionality, but it would have some additional functionality as well. So let's create that. This would be a function paid user creator. I'm gonna call this with the new keyword as well, so its first letter should be the capitalized. Okay, I'm gonna say name and score. This is gonna be like paid name parameter and paid score parameter and account balance. This would be the additional functionality that this paid user has. So I'm gonna do one more thing over here. So I'm gonna like make the paid name and paid score, whatever is passed as an argument to these, I'm gonna like make that name from here. I'm gonna call this function with the user creator call method that is inside of a user creator. We already saw in the previous video that this call method is inside of the user creator. You can check my previous video that how this call method is inside of this user creator. So I'm gonna pass in arguments like this, and I'm gonna explain this just for now. Like if you understand it, that's fine, but if you don't understand it, don't take stress. I'm gonna explain it so much deeply, because I know this is like a hard stuff. If you understand it, that's fine, but I'm gonna explain it so deeply. I'm gonna pass in paid name and paid score, and then I'm gonna, for account balance, I'm gonna use account balance is equal to account balance like this, and I won't have to like return this new object because I'm gonna call this with the new keyword. I'm gonna say let paid user 1 is equal to new paid user creator. I'm gonna pass in Viviana, and then I'm gonna pass in the paid score, which is like I'm gonna pass in for now 6, and account balance to be like 25. Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna like do one more thing over here is because I want like let's add some functionality for the paid user first, and I'm gonna say paid user creator dot prototype. I'm gonna add some functionality to its prototype object of this function. I'm gonna say that increase balance. Okay, increase balance, and this is gonna increase the balance. This is gonna be a function, this dot account balance to be plus plus. It would increase the balance by 1, and because I want this paid user creator to have access to this functionality that is already linked by the new keyword with this keyword, and it's by instantiating this keyword and then proto linking to this one, but I want this paid user creator to have access to this. So I'm gonna say that so I'm gonna like set its proto link manually to this one also. So it would have access to this one also, but it would have access to this one also, like this user creator prototype. So I'm gonna set that manually. I'm gonna say that paid user creator dot prototype, and is equal to whatever the prototype of this user creator is. I'm going to say object dot create. I'm going to pass in whatever wherever I want its proto to be referenced or linked to. I'm going to pass that in. This is gonna be user creator. Okay, so when I passed in object dot create user creator, so page user creator dot prototype would have now access to the user creator as well. Okay, and we can like now check it if it's working or not. And let's create a new user. Let paid user 1. Did I create page user 1 anywhere? Okay, page user 1 is equal to new page user creator. I'm gonna pass in for now Viviana. Okay, I already created that below. Okay, so I'm gonna access the first increase balance on it, page user 1 dot increase balance, and then I'm gonna access page user 1 dot the functionality. If we want to check if proto link is correctly linked to this one, so I'm going to try to access the same name. Okay, on page user 1 I'm going to try to access this same name, and I'm going to now print out whole object as well to see if the increase balance is increased. Okay, so I'm going to check it in my browser. Page user 1.saveName is not a function. Okay, so we got the error for some reason. Okay, object.creator should be user creator dot prototype. We don't want to link it to user creator but to its prototype. Okay, let's see it again. Yeah, we got it. I am Viviana, and then we got the account balance increase. But I promised you that I'm gonna explain this line. Okay, let's go in it. Let's go on line 164. Let's go on right hand side. We're gonna call the page user creator, and we're gonna pass in 3 arguments that are like Viviana, 6 and 25. Okay, and I'm gonna call it with the new keyword. This would like automatically be instantiating this keyword and getting manually proto-linking to this object, which is this prototype, and then returning the object as well. And whatever its output is gonna be assigned to this page user 1. Okay, we are done for now. So now let's go inside of the page user creator, because we call this function, so it would create a new local memory. Whenever a function is called, a new local memory is created inside of a JavaScript, where the function executes. When it is executed, its local memory is like removed. Is removed and is gone. So I'm gonna call the user creator dot call. So inside of this we got this Viviana 625, we got that, and then we're gonna go to line 154. This is so important, just focus in. We are calling the user creator. We know that the call method is inside of this, we know that, but the thing is, let's try to understand it. So when I call this user creator dot call, so it would go to user creator. Okay, it would pass in, just for now, like forget it that this keyword is present here. So it would pass these arguments, paid name and paid score, whatever is passed in, like Viviana and 6 are passed, or like 4, I don't know what I passed over here, are passed, and we're gonna pass another argument to the user creator and get that calculation from here, like this dot name is equal to name, this dot score is gonna be score. And the thing is, we did the calculation, we passed it, and we did the calculation from here. We call the user creator, but where we wanna like take that calculation in. Okay, so we know whenever we like call the function, try to understand, whenever we call the function with this keyword, it is put inside of that object. So when I'm calling this, I'm calling this without this keyword. Okay, without this keyword. Okay, so it would be put inside of the user creator this object. Does that make sense? If I call this without this, it's gonna like do the calculation and put these Viviana ends for whatever the value is inside of the user created this prototype. Okay, so when I add this, I'm telling user creator to do the calculation and put whatever the calculation is done inside of the paid user creator prototype. Whatever is the calculation is from here 137 to 138, put that into the paid user creator. Whatever is like the current object is inside, whatever the current object we are now on, like inside of the paid user creator the current object is like paid user creator. Inside of the paid user creator we are inside of another object which is this, which creates an empty object for now, and we're gonna put that values from the calculated one that we did over here and put that into the paid user creator this object, if that makes sense. I tried to explain it, try to give it a time and understand it, because I know it's hard. You will like get it by the time. And yeah, that's it for this video. We sorted how can we implement this with the new keyword. In next video we're gonna like see this subclassing implementation with the class keyword. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching.